Hello and welcome. It's a pleasure to be here today and to welcome all of you to join us in this conversation in honor of the 50th anniversary of the FDA approval of the birth control pill. My name is Elaine Tyler May. It is a great honor for me to be here and to be sharing this conversation with four amazing, inspiring women, and for us to look back over the last 50 years, not only at the history of the pill itself, but at the history of women's lives that unfolded in very dramatic ways over those 5 decades. You know, each of us has a story. You know, you have told the story of the women you've played, but you have your own story too. And all of us have our stories of the moment or the first encounter where we felt empowered as a woman. And I know for me, as a historian, my first feeling of empowerment was when I discovered women's history, that women actually had a history, that women actually made history. I think each of us have a moment of empowerment, and we should maybe talk about that. As a physician, Diana, where did this start for you?
It was on a personal level, and it was probably about the time I was about 8 years old, and I was having a conversation with my great-grandmother who had 13 children. And, you know, I was admiring her. How did you do it? 13 children. And that's when she told me, you know, I had 13 children, but I don't know that I would do it again as much as I love my children. And she said, you have your whole life ahead of you. Make sure that you plan your life and you try to take control of your life and have your children when you're ready to have them. And I thought, wow, you know, here are some words of wisdom that I can really use, and I think that laid the seed and the foundation for me to really say, I want to be a doctor, and I think I want to put my reproductive life on hold right now until I've accomplished this part of my life. And I've really encouraged my patients to do the same thing, is to plan their life.
Jane, do you remember what sparked it for you?
I do remember the moment I felt unempowered, so it was a little different. I emigrated and lived in South Africa in the late 70s, and I went to open a bank account, and I was told that I couldn't open a bank account without the signature of my husband, nor could I sign a rental agreement on an apartment without my husband's signature, because as a married woman I had the legal rights of a child. And that's when I got it. That's when I thought, okay, I can't take for granted the empowerment I feel I have, and I'm going to have to set about trying to make a difference. So for me, it wasn't about really being empowered. It was about suddenly feeling disempowered and deciding, you know, what I was going to do. I mean, that was just an incredible position to be in. I'd never felt that way before. And so that was, for me, a pivotal moment.
Hilary, what sparked you to embark on your art the way you did?
You know, for me, I too always, I felt empowered because my mom gave me the incredible gift of telling me at a very young age, from as early as I can remember, you know, you can do anything you want in life. Anything. Yeah. You know, there's no limit. There's no, you know, there's no top. Right. It's limitless. The world is really yours to take. And she said, as long as you work hard enough. Nothing's going to be easy, certainly, you know, but and I think that that's the most important gift you can give a child. You know, I never thought twice about it. I never thought that I, you know, couldn't go out and achieve whatever I wanted, really, as long as I worked hard enough. So it was an incredible gift that I carry in my heart, and has been. It's a good feeling to know that has inspired other women. You know, just telling my story. It's not something that I thought would ever, you know, be kind of a byproduct of my career.
That's fantastic. Gloria, what got you started as a feminist activist?
Well, I don't know. I was thinking as all of you were talking that I think it was sitting in groups like this, you know, because actually my mother would have been a pioneer newspaper woman if she had been, you know, allowed to follow her dreams. So I was in a generation that in a way were living out the unlived lives of our mothers, you know. So I didn't get it from my mother in the way that you did. It came later in my life when I began to, courtesy of the women's movement, sit in groups like these and say the unsayable thing, and hear 6 other women say, you feel like that? I thought only I felt like that. And realize that if unique people, and we are each of us unique, are having the same experience, then it must be political in the deepest sense. That is, it's about a power structure. And if we work together, we can change it.
We would like to thank our sponsors of this event today, Bayer Pharmaceuticals and Step Up Women's Network. And we would like to encourage all of you out there to go onto the website 50yearsofthepill.com. That's F-I-F-T-Y, spelled out, 50yearsofthepill.com. Put your own dreams and goals and your effort to make a mark on society on that website. You might have a chance to win a $5,000 grant that will help you make your mark.